Welcome, welcome, welcome on a rather chilly Wednesday afternoon from the campus of Motlow State. I'm Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network, as we prepare to bring you Motlow State Bucks softball. Christian Lynn and his Volunteer State Lady Pioneers here at Tullahoma. And they're getting started early on us here. So we'll go ahead and go through the starting lineups as they come up to bat here. First of all, for Volunteer State, the first batter is their second baseman, Alyssa Dixon. And she'll be followed by Abby Murrell, the center fielder, and then Maddie Goad, the first baseman. Haley Cartwright in the pitcher's circle for Motlow State's coach, Janice Morey. Janice assisted by Macy Ham. Behind the plate for Haley is Lily Brown. So, again, we're getting started a little early. We'll get you the complete starting lineups here shortly. As that pitch swung on and fouled. 0-1 the count now to Alyssa Dixon. Alyssa from Hazard, Kentucky. She is a freshman. And again, she playing second base today for Volunteer State's coach, Christian Lynn. Volunteer State having a good year thus far, as that is fouled out of play. 9-1 in the conference, 22-10 overall. And they play just as well on the road as they do at home. 6-4 is their road record. 14-4 at home. As that pitch from Cartwright is high. Again, Jay Harper with you, Game Time Sports Network. Appreciate you joining us here. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly. We've got a breeze as well. As that pitch high and outside to Alyssa Dixon. 50 degrees. It feels like 41, however. Again, we've got a little bit of a breeze here, and it is blowing in from center field. Right back up the middle, and that a clean single to get things started for the Lady Pioneers. So with a runner on first, it's the center fielder, Abby Murrell. And Abby, kind of a buddy of mine from last year, where she played at Cleveland State. And I saw her before the game, and I'm like, don't I know you? And the stolen base and the throw getting past and all the way home. Oh, my goodness. Not a good way to start at all. As the throw from Lily Brown down to second gets past the base and then past the center fielder, Emma Owens. Already 1-0 as Dixon goes around to score on the errors. But again, Abby Murrell, good to see her again. I'll admit, she was one of my faves last year. Just plays with total joy. And she is a joy to watch. And that over toward short. And Abby, who has good speed, she's the center fielder. She beats out the infield single. Maddie Goad now, the batter. Maddie playing first base. She one of the leaders in runs batted in the conference. And another throw gets past second base. as Merle steals the bag. So a runner in scoring position here with Maddie Goad up at the plate. Again, Maddie third in runs batted in the conference. She currently has 33 as that pitch fouled straight back from Haley Cartwright. Haley comes in with a 4.74 ERA, 1-7 record on the year. This, the 14th game she has started. She has been the workhorse for Coach Morey. That lifted out to right field. Going back is Grizzard, and she makes the catch. And tagging up is Merle, one away. Abby gets down to third base by tagging up. So Maddie Goad is retired. This is Maddie Shinton. Maddie playing third base. And she is indeed a threat at the plate. Batting cleanup, she is tied with a number of other players for second in home runs in the conference with 7. And she also comes in with a .455 batting average. My goodness. Maddie, only a freshman from Greenbrier, Tennessee. That is crushed. That is a 2-run blast. So getting on the scoreboard in a big way is Maddie Shinton. Now that her 8th home run on the season. And that makes it quickly 3-0 with 1 out. And understandably, Coach Janice Morey out to the pitcher's circle just to try to calm everybody down. But a lightning fast start for the Lady Pioneers with Maddie Shinton hitting a 2-run blast to make it 3-0 Volunteer State. Mally Grizzle is the next batter. She steps in from the right-hand side. She, the shortstop in this game. She is a freshman from Gallatin there, where Volunteer State is located. So she steps in. And, of course, nobody on after that bases clearing home run. That a little blooper that gets over the head of the shortstop, Anna Wood. So the hits keep on coming. Anaya Dawson, the right fielder, the batter now. Anaya, also a freshman. She went to Donaldson Christian Academy. There in the Nashville area. Batting from the left-hand side. A .390 batting average, and she's showing some power this year with 5 home runs on the year, 23 runs batted in. So a lot of power hitters on this Vol State team. And that fouled out of play. Still just 1 out with a runner on. That's Mally Grizzle at first after the single. And the pitch is low from Cartwright. The throw over to first, and Sammy Brown really had to lunge to catch that one. One ball, one strike, just one out. Haley Cartwright looking into the dugout. Then she checks out that armband. And that pitch giving past Lily Brown, and she can't locate it. Now the throw over to third is not in time as Grizzle takes two bases on the pass ball. Things not starting out well at all for the Bucks here. The team a little discombobulated here in the top of the first. Two balls, one strike. And that sneaks through a clean single to right field. And Grizzard gets it in quickly to second base. But another run scores. 4-0 now. After Dawson's single to right field. Kylie Irwin, the catcher, stepping in now. Kylie, a sophomore, Thompson Station, Tennessee, is her hometown. That lifted to shortstop, and the catch is made for the second out by Anna Wood. So the pop-up. Caitlin Dillard, the batter now, already to the number 8 batter in the lineup. Caitlin, the left fielder. Dawson still at first, of course, after her single to right field. If Caitlin Dillard reaches, it'll be the number 9 hitter. That's Kirsten Smith. Dillard from Greenbrier, Tennessee, just like Maddie Shinton. And Caitlin, also a sophomore. And showed bunt real quickly. The ball getting past Brown. And advancing to third is Dawson. A chilly, overcast day here in Tullahoma. Three and one the count. And again, this is the left fielder, Caitlin Dillard. And the bunt is foul. Blake Hensley, the umpire, behind the plate. And out in the field, assisting him, is Jeremy Pittman. And the catch cannot be corralled. The throw by the shortstop, Anna Wood, was a bit low. And unfortunately, Sammy Brown could not dig it out. So Dawson scores on the error. 5-0. And Coach Morey, another trip out to the circle. So again, our umpires today, Blake Hensley behind the plate for this game, Jeremy Pittman out in the field. And of course, they'll swap places when game 2 gets underway, which is scheduled for a 4 p.m. start. Coach Morey really trying to just settle down the troops here. She is a bit animated. I'm sure frustration has already set in with the coach, but she's given the team the pep talk. I mean, what else can you do besides tell your team, look, things haven't started the way we would like, but we're just in the first inning, so don't panic. Here is Kirsten Smith. Kirsten, the DP in this game, the number 9 hitter. And it didn't mean to swing, is fouled. A quick strike. Haley Cartwright, again, this her 14th start in the circle for Motlow State. That pitch a bit high. Her 20th appearance, and she's had 6 complete games. Definitely the workhorse for Coach Morey. 79 2/3 innings coming into this game. The pitch from the lefty. Takes something off, and it misses high. The top of the order due back up. So the Lady Pioneers have already run through the order in the top of the first inning. Well hit out to right field. That's going to score another run. And that will make it 6-0 after the single to right field by the number 9 hitter, Kirsten Smith. Back to Alyssa Dixon as the Lady Pioneers have batted around. Alyssa with a single to right field, her first time up, and fouls it straight back for strike 1. Alyssa, .380 batting average on the year. No homers yet, but she's got 4 triples. So your prototypical leadoff hitter that is pretty darn fast, obviously. 0-2 quickly now to Dixon. Cartwright hoping that perhaps she can get out of this not so good first inning. That popped up. Sammy Brown calling for it. She squeezes it at first base for the 3rd out. So mercifully, the first inning coming to a close, the top half of it, as we now make our way to the bottom of the first inning, where Motlow State will get in that batter's box and try to make up some ground here on the Game Time Sports Network. It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms. Thank you once again for joining us. I'm Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network, on a breezy and chilly Wednesday afternoon in Tullahoma. Volunteer State jumping out to a good-sized lead here, 6-0 in the top of the first. Needless to say, the Bucks have got some work to do, and it's going to be tough against this pitcher. The pitcher, Mia Harper, Yes, indeed. Mia Harper. I went down and chatted with her before the game, and she kind of giggled when I showed her my business card. It's like, look, the last name there. And that, as Morgan Osborne leading things off and quickly makes an out as she hit it over to the second baseman. So a line out to second. But Mia Harper, anyway, one of the leaders in the conference in some pitching categories. First of all, she leads in earned run average in the conference. 1.52. 4-3 record on the year. This is the 9th game she has started. The batter now is Emma Owens for Motlow State. And that, a called strike. Emma playing center field. She'll be followed by Anna Wood, the shortstop. McKenna King is the DP, batting fourth. And getting the outside corner call. Again, Mia Harper, a sophomore from Lufkin, Texas. And a foul ball. I told Mia, I kind of elbowed her and said, hey, we can be cousins. And she didn't seem too thrilled about that possibility. And missing outside with that pitch. Again, due up next is Anna Wood, the shortstop. Emma playing center field as usual today. And down on strikes goes Emma. One away. Or pardon me, two away now. Anna Wood, the shortstop. She looks at a pitch that's high. Anna still one of the leaders. Well, actually the leader since Jalen Moran was injured. Anna the leader now in batting average at .357 on the season. She swings through that fastball. If Anna can get on, it'll be McKenna King. And another strike. Mia Harper pounding the strike zone. Anna Wood from Cornersville, Tennessee. Missing outside. Harper's catcher is Kylie Irwin. Kylie, a sophomore from Thompson Station. Right back to the pitcher, Harper. She cannot make the throw in time and wisely put it in her pocket as Wood was going to reach in any event. So the infield single for Anna Wood keeps the inning going and brings up McKenna King. McKenna, a sophomore, went to James Clemens High School. Right back to Harper once again. And she flips it over to first base. They get the runner this time. So the ground out retires the sides. We'll move now to the top of the second inning with Volunteer State well ahead thus far on the Game Time Sports Network. Jay Harper back with you, Game Time Sports Network. Got a breeze coming in from center field. Supposedly we've warmed up a couple of degrees. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it. 52 degrees, but the feels like temperature at 42. There is some rain in the area. We've been fortunate thus far, but as you can see, there are some cloudy conditions here, rather overcast. Abby Merle will lead off this top of the second inning for Volunteer State. She singled, had a beat out a single, infield single to shortstop, her first at bat. As I mentioned before, it was good to see Abby again. She was one of my favorite players last year when she was at Cleveland State. And she swings through that Haley Cartwright pitch. 1-1 the count. That just a little blooper, but it's a clean single for Abby Murrell. So 2 singles for Abby. Maddie Goad, the batter now. She flied out her first at bat. And that sneaks through out to left field, and Merle, she hightails it to third. And Goad ends up on second. Maddie Shinton, she had the 2-run homer, her first at bat. She now the batter with nobody out. We do have a bit of a breeze blowing in, but boy, that home run. And Brown squeezes the foul ball for an out. But as I was going to say, that home run from Shinton just pierced through that breeze. That was a no-doubter. But she fouls out. That the first out of the inning. And brings up Mally Grizzle. Mally singled to left field in her initial at-bat today. And it's a strike from the pitcher, Haley Cartwright. And the pitch is high. The 1-1 pitch now is a strike. Good fastball, but it misses. Wow, that is well hit in the gap. That's going to score 2 runs. What a shot. Mally Grizzle absolutely blasts one to left field that rolled to the wall, to the fence. So she has a stand-up double as 2 more runs scored to make it 8-0. The batter now is Anaya Dawson. Anaya. She finds the grass out in right field. Another run will score as the onslaught continues. Volunteer State hitting everything that Cartwright is tossing up there. Dawson with the double. Kylie Irwin, she popped up to the shortstop, her first at bat. She the catcher. And that is hit foul, but nobody can catch up to it. Kylie Irwin, as we mentioned, from Thompson Station, a sophomore, went to Centennial High. And O'Neill, couldn't tell if she caught that, as my view was obstructed. I guess it was. So, Kaylin O'Neill in left field, making a nice play. 2 down. This is Caitlin Dillard. And they get her. Boy, she's fast, but they got the throw over there in time to retire the sides. But not before. The Lady Pioneers put 3 more on the scoreboard to make it 9-0. We move now to the bottom, or pardon me, yes, the bottom of the second inning on the Game Time Sports Network. Up at the plate to get us started here in the bottom of the inning is the pitcher. This is Haley Cartwright. And she looks at a first pitch strike from Mia Harper. And a little dribbler that rolls foul. Missing outside. Good looking pitch, though, as Cartwright is able to lay off. Haley will be followed by the catcher, Lily Brown. Then it's Anna Owens, the third baseman, due up for the Bucks. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Harper. Missing inside. Again, Mia Harper leaving the conference in earned run average with 1.52 ERA. She has struck out 26 in 32 and a third innings coming in. Well, make that 37. As Cartwright goes down, 1 away. And here is Lily Brown. And she looks at a first pitch strike. That's well hit out to left field, but there to make the grab is Caitlin Dillard. Lily got a hold of it, but one of those Adam balls hit it right at him. Again, Dillard with the second out. Anna Owens now up at the plate. And she looks at a first pitch strike. Harper so far has been excellent at first pitch strikes in these at-bats. Gets ahead of the hitters. And fooled Anna there as she tried to hold up the swing but could not, so she's in the 0-2 hole here. And another strikeout as Anna is retired for the third out. Let's move on now to the top of the third on the Game Time Sports Network. We return to action as we are in the top of the third inning. And the first pitch from Cartwright is a strike. The batter is Kirsten Smith, who singled to right field her first at bat. She's the number 9 hitter. We'll be back to the top of the order after Kirsten with Alyssa Dixon. And that could not be handled by Morgan Osborne. She lays out, gave it a heck of an effort, but it's another single for Smith. She's got 2 singles on the day, both to right field. Here is Alyssa Dixon. She popped up to first in her last at bat. Had a single, though, in the first one, as she drops down a bunt, and it is foul, though. So says the home plate umpire, Blake Hensley. Jeremy Pittman out in the field, the umpire. There's Jeremy. The pitch from Cartwright. Fouled out of play back behind us. Abby Merle, who has 2 singles, she is on the on deck circle. 0-2. And trying to chase it down, but it goes foul out of play. The count hanging in there at 0-2, of course. With a runner on, the pitch now. And dug out by Lily Brown. Alyssa Dixon, the batter, the second baseman. And a foul. The pitch from Cartwright is up in the zone. Long look into the dugout by Haley. And now the pitch is popped up. Who's calling for it? It's Brown. Sammy grabs it. The first baseman. 1 away. Abby Merle, the center fielder, the batter. Abby, a slap hitter with blazing speed. And, of course, from the left-hand side, I mean, heck, she's already got 2 steps to first base when the ball that she hits is, just barely out of the batter's box. Another look into the dugout for the signs, and now Cartwright will go to work. The pitch. Missing inside. Lily Brown scooping it up. We have a second game here today, scheduled to start at 4 p.m. It may start a little sooner. This one started a bit early. And well hit. So much for being a slap hitter. Yes, slapping it all the way to the fence. And Merle slides in with a triple, an RBI triple for Abby Merle. That makes it 10-0. Maddie Goad now the batter. She doubled to left field her her second time up. Flied out in her first at bat. And it's an outside corner pitch. That wind still blowing in from center field. Feels like temperature here, 42 degrees. Missing low and away. Popped out to right field. There's Grizzard. She makes the catch, but Murrell does tag, and she brings in the 11th run. So Maddie Goad is retired, dangerous hitter. So you have to feel good about that, getting the second out. This is Maddie Shinton, who already has a homer. She looks at a called strike. Maddie second in home runs in the conference now with 8. A young lady we saw with Roan State here a few days ago, Paige Campbell, leads the conference with 9 home runs. Fouled straight back. See someone with the umbrella there. We do have a threat of a shower, but nothing falling at the moment. I guess they're just being prepared. One ball, 2 strikes now to Maddie Shinton. And down on strike she goes. She offers at a high pitch, could not catch up to it. That the first strikeout for Cartwright. So that will conclude the top of the third as we move along now to the bottom of the inning with the Bucks coming to bat. It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms. Of course, as soon as I say the rain's yet to fall, it starts raining. So just a very light shower at the moment, which is not totally unexpected. There has been a chance for a stray shower in our forecast. Certainly nothing at the moment to seriously interrupt play. And in looking at radar, there's a little bit of green over us, but it looks like it's moving through pretty quickly, headed southeast, down toward Winchester. The batter to lead off the inning is Sammy Brown. Sammy playing first. She is a sophomore from Shelbyville, just like her cousin, Lily Brown, the catcher here today. The umpire, I think, getting himself a dry piece of paper as he steps in now behind the plate. And we get going with Mia Harper still in the circle for the Lady Pioneers. The first pitch is high and outside. Sammy will be followed by the left fielder, Kaylin O'Neill. And there's a strike. The pitch now from Harper, the 2-1. And hit back up to the shortstop. That retires Brown for the first out. Kaylin O'Neill, as mentioned, now the batter. Kaylin's a freshman, went to Riverdale High in Murfreesboro. And a first pitch strike from Harper again. She is very efficient, leading off hitters with these first pitch strikes. The top of the order due up with Morgan Osborne waiting on deck. Getting around a little late there for a foul ball. Was fouled by about 2 feet. She could have run for a while if that would have just been a little further to the right. Just missing outside. Good pitch and a nice job by O'Neill to lay off of that. The umpire, Jeremy Pittman, having a quick word with the pitcher Harper. I think he was just telling her to, when she gets on the rubber, to kind of come set. And she has kind of just been stepping on it and firing it. Two balls, 2 strikes now to the left fielder, Kaylin O'Neill. And another foul ball. Kaylin is making contact, just not getting around quite quick enough on that Harper fastball. And, of course, that's what they used to say when I pitched. Sometimes. We've got a full count now. The first one of those we've had here today for the pitcher, Mia Harper. The pitch now to O'Neill. And another foul, certainly making Mia work. And giving it a good slap. And though there is Abby Merle to haul it in, she was playing very shallow, but she did run back and make the catch. But making good contact was Kaylin O'Neill. She hung in there. That's a shame that just could not get over the head of Merle as she drifted back with that speed of hers and made the catch. 2 outs for the leadoff batter, Morgan Osborne. She lined out to second base in her first at bat. First pitch of the game. At least in the bottom of the first anyway. And she makes contact once again. And the throw is made and the out is made as Maddie Shinton fires it over there for the out. We're back to the top of the inning, the top of the fourth. Coming up on the Game Time Sports Network. Jay Harper with you, Game Time Sports Network. Aside from these games being on our social media pages, this is on Facebook as well as X, formerly Twitter. How long are we going to have to keep saying that? But anyway, X and also our YouTube channel. And it is currently streaming live on our Roku app. If you happen to have Roku, you can search Game Time Sports Network and download our Roku app as well as our Amazon Fire TV app if you have one of those, or Google TV. And this game airing live on those platforms as well. The batter is Mally Grizzle. Mally with a couple of hits already. A single to left and a double to left. And she socks it out to left field. Yeah, she likes hitting it over to the left field area of the ballpark. Her third hit of the day, and all of them to left field. And it appears we have a pinch hitter. Savannah White stepping up to the plate now, batting in place of Anaya Dawson. Actually seeing a little sunshine poking through as the first pitch to Savannah White is a strike. She a freshman from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Coach Christian Lynn getting some playing time in with this substantial lead. A little shower tapering off a bit. Fouled down the third base line. Morgan Osborne makes the catch for the out. This is Kylie Irwin, the catcher, batting now. And a nice catch by O'Neill. She throws it over to first, cannot double off Grizzle. But the out is made. That's the important thing. So Irwin flies out. And this is Caitlin Dillard, the left fielder. She reached on an error and has grounded out. Well, they got the chants and the cheers going in the Volunteer State dugout. And the base on balls. So 2 runners on now with 2 outs. Kirsten Smith stepping up to the plate for the Lady Pioneers. That actually the first walk that Haley Cartwright's given up. Kirsten, she's got a couple of singles to right field to her credit today. And make that 3. She pokes it over to right field. Another run scores. And actually, she has a stand-up double. With the RBI, that makes it 12-0. And I believe we've got some more jostling here. Pinch hitting. And once I see this young lady's number, we will acknowledge her, but we do have a pinch hitter for Dixon. That is fouled out of play. And the batter is Kendra McNeil, a sophomore from Nolensville, Tennessee. Kendra with a .308 batting average. She has played in 18 games this year, so she's seen a bit of action. This is the 33rd game of the season for Volunteer State. Cartwright steps in the circle, delivers, and hit out to right center. Another run scores, 2 runs scores. So it's an RBI single for the pinch hitter, Kendra McNeil. And now I believe Kendra will have a pinch runner. And that's Alyssa Dixon, who she pinch hit for. Abby Murrell back to the plate now, the number 2 hitter. She's got 2 singles and a triple. Missing outside. And it looks like if Abby reaches, we will have another pinch hitter as Haley Deering is waiting on deck. Laying down a beautiful bunt. But a nice play. Lily Brown with a rocket arm over to first. Does get the very fast runner, Abby Merle. So we'll move on now to the bottom of the fourth inning on the Game Time Sports Network.
It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms.
Stepping in the batter's box is Emma Owens. She cannot outrun that throw, so she is retired for the first out. So Anna Wood, the batter now. Anna beat out a single in her first at bat. Kind of a swinging bunt. And she was able to outrun the throw from the catcher. McKenna King, she's due up next. The pitch missing outside. Able to hold up. Able to check her swing. 3 balls and 1 strike now. To the Buck shortstop, Anna Wood. And the throw is made by the shortstop. An easy play for Grizzle. 2 down. McKenna King, she grounded out her first at bat. It's that solid, though. That is right back up the middle. As she gets a clean single. Keeps the inning going for the Bucks and brings up Cartwright, the pitcher. Haley with a strikeout, her first at bat. Lily Brown due up next, provided Miss Cartwright can make her way on base. And takes a poke, but it is foul. Jordan Lucas is warming up in the Volunteer State bullpen. Stealing second is King. One ball, one strike now on Cartwright with 2 outs. So again, Jordan Lucas, the sophomore from Fredonia, New York, is warming up in the bullpen, but we have just retired the sides as Haley Cartwright grounds out to second base. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th inning, as Volunteer State thus far has this one well in hand. We do indeed have a pinch hitter, as Haley Deering is at the plate now for Vol State, and she swings at the first pitch. And that finds the grass right between the center fielder and the left fielder. So right between O'Neill and Emma Owens. And it is a stand-up double for Haley Deering. So Coach Lynn just running all kinds of other players out there. Willow Carden now at bat, a sophomore from Manchester. And an off speed from Cartwright finds the plate for a strike. That pitch is high. Foul down the third baseline. One ball, two strikes. Nobody out here. Popped up, and nobody can get to that one as it goes foul behind the Vol State dugout. Still a 1-2 count, of course. Caitlin Davis waiting on deck. She another foul ball. Davis, one of the top pitchers in the conference. But she waits to hit. Davis with 7 wins on the year, pitching 7-2 is her record. And again, she waits on deck. And a foul the other way. The batter is Willow Carden. She from Manchester went to Coffee County Central, and the batter on deck, Caitlin Davis. She too went to the same school, Coffee County Central, from Manchester. And fouling it straight back. So she's fouled it to the right side, to the left side, right behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes still. So it stands to reason the next time she makes contact, it's got to go into the field of play. She's already covered all the other areas. And Brown tries to frame that pitch, but does not get the call. The umpire behind the plate, Blake Hensley, not buying it. And down on strikes as she is thrown out at first after Lily Brown did drop that 3rd strike. Deering, she scoots down to 3rd base on that. The batter is indeed Caitlin Davis. And she takes a hack, comes up empty on the first pitch. That's popped up, but foul. The little shower that we had appears to have passed, and looking at radar, doesn't look like anything else is in our vicinity here in Tullahoma. We've got another game to get to, of course. Scheduled for a 4 p.m. start. But this one appears to be on a 10-run rule path. So if this game ends early, I'm sure we'll fire up game 2. We won't wait around till 4 o'clock. We'll fire up the second game ahead of schedule. Oh, we had interference on the base paths there. Is that prohibited Sammy from making the play? And Coach Morey coming out, I believe, to discuss that very thing. It's like, hey, she was about ready to make the catch, and the base runner plowed into her. Coach Morey with a big smile on her face as she makes her case, but now the home plate umpire Hensley meeting with the field umpire Jeremy Pittman to chat about what they need to do here. Kind of a long discussion here. And again, Coach Morey stating her case among the between the two umpires now. Apparently, they are not agreeing with her perspective on things. Yeah, she is not happy. I don't know about that call, fellas. And also, it's 14-0 for crying out loud. Go ahead, call the girl out and get to the next batter. Well, she's out now as she goes down on strike, so I guess kind of the same result. It just took us another pitch to get there. The batter now, I believe this is Savannah White, and it is, and O'Neill lays out, can't get to make the catch, so White ends up at second base. A heck of an effort from Kaylin. And she lays out and kind of holding her chest like, heck, she did seem to land with all her body weight on her chest like that. I think she's saying she's okay. That's certainly good. Charis Nichols is the batter now. I recall her from last season. She's a sophomore and a pitcher defensively. As she looks at an inside first pitch. Nichols batting for Kirsten Smith. As she takes a poke and it comes up empty. The top of the order, Alyssa Dixon, waiting on deck. It's a 1-1 count. Actually, I believe I am in error. Nichols, I believe, is batting for Kylie Irwin. Coach Lynn's done a lot of juggling here, giving some players some playing time with this big lead. So he's really been juggling the batting order around. Foul ball to stay in there for Charis Nichols. Clarksville, Tennessee, her hometown. And there is strike three. So it's the last gasp for Motlow State as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Pioneers were able to get another run across in that top of the inning. So there are some defensive replacements here, but I don't know if I will attempt to try to keep up with them all here. So I beg your forgiveness on that. But it does look like we have Jordan Lucas in the pitcher's circle now for the Lady Pioneers. Jordan from Fredonia, New York. We've got players, well, the starting pitcher, Mia Harper from Texas. A couple of players from Kentucky. We've got one from Wisconsin. And here you have this young woman from Fredonia, New York. Jordan Lucas with a 2.52 ERA. This will be her 6th appearance on the season, a 1-1 record. 8 1/3 innings of action she has seen thus far. So Coach Lynn letting her get in the circle and wrap this one up. Lily Brown, the batter. And she looks at a first pitch strike from the new pitcher, Jordan Lucas. Mia Harper doing a heck of a job. She only allowed 2 hits. A single by McKenna King and a single by Anna Wood. Big cut from Brown. Anna Owens waits on deck. And skipping out of the way. The pitch now from Lucas, and that scoots through the first baseman's legs. At first is Haley Deering, so it is a single for Lily Brown. Here is Anna Owens now. Anna, a strikeout victim earlier. The catcher still Kylie Irwin for the Lady Pioneers. And a strike call inside corner. Lifted out to left field, coming in to make the catch. I believe that is Willow Carden. 1 out. Again, there have been a number of defensive replacements for Coach Lynn. Sammy Brown, the batter, she grounded out to short in her first at bat. Lily making her way down to second on the pitch that kind of rolled away from the catcher. Up in the zone. Three and 0 to the batter, Sammy Brown. Missing outside, so there, the base on balls. As Kaylin O'Neill will step in now. Kaylin flied out to center. She had fouled off about 263 pitches, and that at bat for fielder Abby Merle. And they can't handle that bunt, so she finds herself on base. So 2 runners on with 1 out now. And the top of the order will come up for Motlow State with Morgan Osborne. Morgan has popped out to second base in both of her at-bats. I'll give a shout out to Alan Osborne and family. Hopefully they're checking in from Hartselle, Alabama. And a big cut from Morgan. Morgan hitting .290 on the season. And can't catch up to that Lucas fastball. That's the second out. It's going to be up to Emma Owens to try to keep this inning going. Emma has struck out and grounded out to second base. Anna Wood waiting on deck. Certainly a disappointing turn of events in the World Baseball Classic last night. That powerhouse USA lineup just could not get it done. Venezuela with their first WBC championship. And granted, that team was pretty stacked too. For the most part, all of those Latin America teams have just got very formidable lineups, rosters, but disappointing nonetheless. And that will end it as Owens goes down on strikes. 10-run ruled here. So a painful loss for Motlow State as they just got in that 6-run hole in the first inning and just could not recover. The Lady Pioneers coming up with runs in every inning. And shut out by a fine pitching job from Mia Harper. With Caitlin Davis coming in for it's not a save situation, but coming in to mop things up. That will conclude us for Game 1 here at Tullahoma. We appreciate you joining us here. We will get Game 2 underway. Now, whether it starts at 4 p.m. or not, who knows? It's just about 3:30 Central Time now. So they may, in fact, go ahead and get us underway at 4 o'clock because they've got to do their tidying up of the infield and, of course, warm-ups and let the players get, a snack or what have you here in between games. But nonetheless, that is your final. It's a tough one for Motlow State as they drop this one in the laugher, 15-0. I'm Jay Harper. Join us for Game 2, which is coming up momentarily. You can find it